The Treasury's latest VAT grab, or intended VAT grab, on private school fees, but it seems to get worse. It appears distinctly punitive, as if to admonish parents who manage to circumvent the VAT imposition itself with foresight and advice. And this anti-forestalling policy, where parents are paid in advance, sometimes for 12 years apparently, which targets advance payments, feels less like a sound fiscal policy and more like an exercise in pettiness, especially given how aggressively HMRC has threatened schools with back taxes. For parents who prepaid years of fees, up to 12 years, as we're told, I think, in the Daily Telegraph, the Treasurer's reinterpretation of when VAT applies, claiming that the tax point is reached only when the funds are drawn by schools each term, is a direct challenge to the pre-existing norms around advance payments. The advance payments have been going on for years, so changing the system to accommodate this particular grab is duplicitous, frankly. This shift disregards the traditional understanding and legitimate contractual agreements parents have made with schools for years, leaving many wondering why financial planning has been rebranded as tax avoidance. David Woodgate of the Independent Schools Bursars Association has rightly criticised HMRC's stance as aggressive and unhelpful, arguing that the VAT approach introduces unnecessary ambiguity into a long-standing practice. And it's not only parents and bursars crying foul. The Independent Schools Council has committed to legal action, framing this as an assault on the right to educational choice. There's also a concerning precedent here for how future governments might treat judicial rulings. Just as the Conservatives have occasionally, with Rwanda, they signalled disregard for legal judgments. They've set that precedent. Labour might now well bypass any potential legal setbacks by simply legislating their desired VAT policy into law, sidestepping the courts altogether. This is something that Suella Barverman has effectively enshrined as a course. So those people who think that who think that the Labour government is a problem must look to the Conservative government that has set up all the tools for making it worse. In all, this tax raid risks a long and bitter battle between parents, schools and the Treasury. For now, the financial owners may fall on parents who, despite their best planning, could find themselves paying the price for HMRC's interpretation of a fair share. And if the courts prove sympathetic to parents, it remains to be seen if Labour would honour their judgment or, like their predecessors, find a way to enforce it, whether it's legal, judge legal or not. They would go ahead regardless. Suella Barverman, one of the reasons I was so opposed to Suella Barverman was the way that she destroyed the safeguards that were in place. We shouldn't be surprised if they're now used against the very people who supported Suella Barverman.